Australia's red heart is amazing territory. There are creatures out here unlike anything in the world. Like this Thorny Devil. It's a mystery how anything so strange came to be. And it's also a mystery how one of those guys ended up 1,500 kilometres away from its home at Alice Springs and found itself here at the Ark Animal Hospital in Darwin. Stephen Cutter is the head vet.
That's fantastic. These are my favourite all-time reptile. They're great.
A wildlife ranger brought the lizard to the Ark after finding her for sale at the local markets, but she can't survive here.
These guys are specialist anteaters. They just eat ants. That's all, just the little tiny black ants which are everywhere down there. This is her false head. You can see it's got two little horns and it's just a sort of a knob of sort of tissue there. You know, if a bird or something comes down and tries to eat it, they often will grab that.
There's not much Stephen doesn't know about Thorny Devils, but there's something about this one that doesn't add up.
Look how huge she is. She's just absolutely chockers.
She's fat, really fat. He has his suspicions why, but only an X-ray will tell for sure.
X-ray.
Stephen's solved the mystery of the fat Thorny Devil.
This is the X-ray of the Thorny Devil. She's definitely got eggs inside her.
Not only is this little girl half a continent away from home, but she's in the family way too.
They're a little hard to see, but there's at least 5 eggs that I can see there. Otherwise, she looks great. There's no problems with any of her bones or anything.
She's in good health now, but she won't last long in tropical Darwin.
Thorny Devils don't cope with the humidity, and so it's really important that she gets back to Alice Springs where it's dry and desert, her country.
With eggs on the way, there's no time to waste. She needs to be returned home right now. There's a flight heading south in an hour. But if the Thorny Devil lays those eggs before she's back in Alice, they won't survive. Justin Rutherford's been called to pick up the egg-laden Thorny Devil. Lisa got her on the plane with just minutes to spare.
Hi guys, thank you. So see you again. See you.
Justin's a wildlife rescue volunteer. He's hoping she hasn't laid her eggs mid-flight.
No, she's not looking too bad actually, considering the flight down. She's fairly sort of perky looking. She's certainly very heavily gravid looking at her. You know, when you see your thornies, they're certainly never as round and as rotundant as this, if you like. So,
she's come through the flight unscathed and still full of eggs. But she needs a drink, and Thorny Devils have a neat trick for that.
Because these things basically use a capillary type action, if you like, to get all this water from their skin up across into their mouth. So I'll just give her a light spray here and get some water over her.
Their skin has evolved to funnel water up to their mouths. Out in the arid desert, they can get a good drink from the morning dew that settles on their body.
So she's obviously a little bit thirsty. She's having a bit of a drink there. You can see that little bit of a throat action happening there.
She could lay those eggs any moment now. So Justin is going to help her with the delivery.
I have to say, looking at the size of her, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if there's 8 or 10 in there. She's a very round little girl. But we'll just have to wait and see. Keep the fingers crossed that everything goes okay.
In Alice Springs, the Thorny Devil's time has come. She's laying her eggs. In the wild, she'd be hidden away, a metre under the desert sand.
generally you're never going to see it. She's down in the ground laying her eggs. Once she's done, she's backfilling as she comes back out. So, yeah, to come in here and have this girl laying eggs in front of me like this, it's just, yeah, fantastic, absolutely fantastic.
Thorny devils aren't great mums. They leave their eggs as soon as they're laid, relying on the heat in the earth to incubate them. Now that's Justin's job.
We're going to get these out fairly quickly. She buries them, hopes for the best, basically. So all we're doing is trying to simulate that similar environment to what they would be under the ground. So we'll get these into the incubators, guys. Fingers crossed, like I say, 3 months, cute little babies.
Not all the Thorny Devil's eggs survived, but 3 did hatch, producing tiny replicas of Mum. Of course, by then, she was long gone. Her 3,000-kilometre round trip from Alice to Darwin and back again ended with a car ride into the red dunes where she'd come from. Justin found a place with everything she needed to live a long and happy life.
We've got low-lying shrubs, we've got the spinifex around, perfect environment for the ants that she's eating as well. It's just absolutely perfect for her. Okay, gorgeous. Here we go. Hey, sweetie. Now you're going to be behaving, you're going to run, you're going to do your thing for me or not? Come on, there we go, gorgeous. Off you go. Go on, off you go. Where are you running? Go on. Go on. That's the way. All the time that goes into this, I mean, this animal in particular, you know, travelling 1,500 kilometres by plane to come back home, you know, plus the days of anticipation, you know, waiting for her to be comfortable, getting her fed, it's just, there's no bigger reward.